folks, welcome back to the workshop. Today's little journey will be a lump of cherry which I've got mounted on the lathe. I'm going to turn it into a goblet. First thing I'm going to do is actually just turn it cylindrical, because it's up at about between 15 and 19% in the moisture department, so I'm going to thin it down a little bit, get it roughly cylindrical. It's got a big flat area on it, so it's not going to be completely cylindrical, but we shall see. That's what I'm going to do. It's going to be, hopefully, it's going to be a 2-ring goblet. I haven't done a ringed goblet for a long time, because mainly the rings keep breaking when I do them. But so that's what the project's going to be. I'll show you the bit of wood, and we'll see how we get on. Right, here we go. As I say, there's a bit of a flat area there, and a big knot there, and it's a bit of a weird shape. And basically we'll see what we can do. The idea is going to be to turn it roughly cylindrical, let it sit and lie for a few days, help it dry out a bit, and then we'll go for turning the goblet. So I'll get the mask on and see what we can do. That's at about 500 or so RPM. At 570, so we'll take a few bits off at that, help balance it up a bit. I'm using a bowl gouge instead of a roughing gouge, simply because we've got this big bit of branch coming off there, so every time I hit that there's always a possibility I could, with a roughing gouge, while it's still not quite cylindrical, that I could get a catch and do some damage. So I should be sticking with a 1/2-inch bowl gouge for a minute. Right, now it's a bit rounder, I might go for the old roughing gouge. Right, we need a tenon really. I don't know if there's going to be... That's that. I'll chop that off in the saw, with the saw. Right, get back to you when we're ready to do the deed. Right, this bit of cherry I sort of turned 2-3 weeks ago, just to get it roughly cylindrical. It is now back on the lathe, a little bit drier, probably around about between 9 and 12%. I'm now going to turn it into a hopefully a goblet. So the way other jobs are being progressing, it might end up as more firewood. Right, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole. That sounds like a plan to me. I'm now going to start just turning away on the inside there. I shall do it quite gently, because there's obviously quite a way sticking out past the chuck here, so need to be a little bit ooh, nasty crack there, which will need sorting out, but I'll turn away with the shape I want on the inside first, and then I'll start on the outside and sort that crack out as and when it crops up. Things are going exceptionally well at the moment, aren't they? Right, get back in a second. Right, I've decided to put the old steady rest up. Could do with all the help I can get these days. I'm going to keep going with the sandpaper to get the inside finished, and I'll get back to you shortly. Right, that's the inside all sanded down to 400. It's got one coat of sanding sealer on it. I'm just going to put another coat on now, and I shall leave that then, because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to put on as a finish. I might decide to have it as an actual drinking goblet, in which case I'll need to use epoxy, and I don't want to put any polish or anything on it if that's the case. Well, so far so good. Nothing's exploded. Always a bonus. Even the rings are still in one. Well, we're creeping down it slowly. Take a little bit of pressure off there, I think, because these cracks are opening up somewhat chronic. Right, well, hopefully we can get the base finished off without that split becoming more than it really is. Right, that's it for a minute. All I've got to do now is see about finishing off things such as these rings. I've got to try and sand the inside of them, and that's all got to have another coat of sanding sealer. I think I'm just going to put Woodwax 22 on it. I'm just going to put some medium thin CA in these cracks just to help stabilise them. Help stabilise them, completely stabilise them hopefully. None of them seem to go through, which is a good thing. Right, let that go off for a bit. And then do some more sanding. Right, that's all sanded up to 600. I'll get some Woodwax 22 on it in a minute. I just need a second coat of sanding sealer on there. Right, hopefully we'll be job done. Part it off and away we go. Not bad. I'll give the rings a wipe down individually. And now I'm going to part that off. There we go. I just need to finish off the bottom and also put a bit of polish on the inside of there. And I'll get back to you in that. Well folks, there we have it. That is a 3-ring goblet from a piece of not quite dry cherry, but dry enough to be able to do what I wanted with it. That's actually quite a nice turn actually. It's nice to do something like that when you've not been at it for a bit of a while, apart from the pens I did on the last video. But there we go. So there's a few splits and cracks in the bell. But a bit of super glue sorted those out. And I've even managed to keep a little bit of bark down there as live edge, and it's all finished in Woodwax 22. So, thank you all very much for watching, and a big thanks to all of the subscribers, both of the old ones and the new ones. Most grateful to you for taking the time to press that button, and hopefully shortly I'll have something else for you to watch. Thanks very much. Bye bye.